Hello friends, welcome to ASV Max and Dynamic YouTube channel. I am Sebastian. Today I explain the concept about types of matrix. So do you know types of matrix? But I will give the shortcut and a clear idea about the types of matrix. Before watching full video, all of you must be like, subscribe and click the bell button. It is useful for me. I can achieve from your support, and also you see full video, you can get a good understanding about the types of matrix. Okay, let me come to the point. So what is the types of matrix? First is a row matrix. A row matrix, simply I explain you. If you read the sentences, you can understand. But from the example, from I have given some example. From these things, you can understand how you how to see which type of matrix, how you can identify. I will give a shortcut idea. You see, this is a row of matrix. Already you know this type of line you can go, it is a row type. So this is the column type, I think. This is the row, but this way or simply you can understand horizontal is a row, vertical is a column. This is a vertical, but right first you have to start with horizontal means it is a row, vertical means it is a column. So right now here A matrix is only one row. The values 1 by negative 1 by 2 root 5 2 3, this is the one row. But how many columns here? 1 by 2 is a one column, root 5 is a one column, 2 is a one column, 3 is a one column. So only one row, but number of columns you can add in the matrix. This is the row matrix. So in the particular matrix, it is 1 cross 4. When you write the order of matrix means you should be write first in the row, second in the column. So here one row, four columns, this is the order. So it is a particular for this matrix. At the same time, the common matrix means how you have to write it, it is a 1 cross n. So this is the row matrix. Column matrix, only one column. The name column matrix means only one column, but any number of rows means how many rows you need, you can add it. So for this matrix, only first you see, this is the row, first row, this is the second row, this is the third row. So here it is a column matrix, so that if it is a, even though it is a column matrix, but you have to write first is a row, second is a column. So don't change, this is one. How many rows? One row, two rows, three. So here three rows is there. How many columns? Only one. This is the 3 cross 1, but in the common m cross 1, you can write it like this. So right now row, you know very well row matrix and column matrix. Second one, square matrix. Square matrix, simply you can understand how many, the number of columns equal to the number of rows. So otherwise the number of rows is equal to the number of columns, both it is a same. So you have to write, when you see, this is the first row, this is the second row, this is the third row. So this is the first column, this is the second column, this is the third column. So in the order of matrix 3 cross 3. So this is the 3 cross 3, only 3 means this is the square matrix. It is very important. So when you see the order m and n is equal to, means you can call it is a square matrix. This is m cross n is said to be m equal to n, means it is a square matrix. So rectangular matrix means it is not equal. The number of rows is not equal to the number of columns, means it is a rectangular matrix. For this matrix, first of all, first row, second row, and third row, fourth row. But column, first column, second column, third column. But number of rows is 4, but number of column is 3. So this is a 4 cross 3. Here the m and n is not equal. So this is the rectangular matrix. Diagonal matrix means when you describe the diagonal matrix, you need the square matrix. Already you know the knowledge about the square matrix. What is a square matrix? It is a m is equal to n. That means number of rows and number of columns is equal. So here you see this matrix, it is a order 1, it is a order 2, it is a order 3 matrices. So all the matrices you have to describe the diagonal matrix, means look the diagonal elements, and only diagonal elements it is non-zero, other elements is 0. So that they are non-diagonal elements means other elements. Non-diagonal means this is the elements, and this is the elements are 0. In the diagonal elements is non-zero. So here they have given Bij is equal to 0 means when I does not equal to j. This is the meaning other elements. So when the diagonal elements non-zero but the other non-diagonal element 0 means it is a diagonal matrix. You see it is a only diagonal elements non-zero but non-diagonal 0. The word is very important. It is a diagonal elements non-zero but non-diagonal elements it is a 0. Likewise non-diagonal elements 0. It is a diagonal matrix. Scalar matrix. If you want to describe the scalar matrix means we need the diagonal matrix. Diagonal matrix, diagonal element non-zero, non-diagonal is 0. At the same time the diagonal elements, when you can say the scalar matrix means the diagonal elements should be equal, and also it is a non-zero elements. So equal means you see this is the first order, this is second order, this is the third order, but in the diagonal elements must be same. Here you see 2 2, negative 3, negative 3, negative 3, but other non-diagonal elements must be 0. So when you see the diagonal elements 3 3 3, 5 5 5, 4 4 4, any number, but it must be same. At the same time the non-diagonal element should be 0. If you see the matrix is a scalar matrix, likewise you have to tell. And also zero matrix means zero matrix or null matrix. The word is very important. So when you see any matrix at the same time this matrix is 0 or null matrix, how you have to tell means you see the all the elements, if it is 0 then you can call it is a zero matrix. So unit or identity matrix means the unit and the identity matrix, if you want to describe it is also need the square matrix. So all the elements must be 0 but in the diagonal elements non-zero. But here particularly the diagonal elements must be 1. So you see here also you can tell it is a scalar matrix because 1 1 1 like this. But in the scalar matrix without 1, 3 3 3 or 5 5 5 or any number you can come, it is a scalar matrix. But here it is a unit matrix. Don't tell the scalar matrix, but it is a square matrix. When you see the diagonal 1 1 1 means it is a unit matrix, not a scalar matrix. Likewise you have to tell. And also the Aij, just you see the condition, when I equal to j it must be 1, I does not equal to j it is a 0. This is non-diagonal element 0, diagonal elements must be 1 1 means it is a unit or identity matrix. At the same time the diagonal elements above 1 or minus 3 minus 4 something, minus 3 minus 3 minus 4 minus 4 minus 4 minus 4, so above 1, if you see any diagonal element, diagonal matrix, you can call it is a scalar matrix. Then upper triangular matrix. What is upper triangular matrix? If you see the any matrix where is the non-zero element appear in the matrix, means just you see this is the diagonal but in the upper only non-zero. So but when we describe the upper triangle matrix in through the sentences means related to the 0, we can define the matrices, but you look the non-zero elements where is appear in the upper. So at the same time you have to tell it is a upper triangular matrix. So at the same time you see the value in the lower means here it is the value. So but it is 0 0 0, it is a lower triangular matrix. But the definition which all the elements below the diagonal, you see below the diagonal are 0, but we describe regarding the zeros, but in the non-zeros in the top. but when you have to tell the upper triangular matrix means you look the non-zero elements, likewise you have to tell it is a upper, so upper triangular matrix. It is a lower triangular matrix, but in the definition below the diagonal or 0 is known as the upper triangular matrix. In the definition related to the 0, so likewise they have we want to define. So however you have to keep in your mind, this is the non-zero elements in the appear in the upper, so upper triangular, here lower triangular matrix, likewise you have to tell. Okay, thank you my dear friends and students. If you see the full video, you can get a types of matrix, how you have to keep in your mind. When you need, you can recall and apply the values. Thank you so much.